Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to come on and show y'all a quick flip through of the completed folio that I've been working on for hashtag ABC April 2026. Just as a reminder, this challenge is hosted by Margaret at Sevenplaza and Toni at CraftyByToni. You can go to either one of their Kofi shops and get this printable if you're interested. And this will be the final video for this folio, and I am going to do this is for the letter M, which is metal. I have the metal clasp here I put on the front, and I did some metal eyelets on the side. Honestly, this little metal clasp here on the front serves no purpose. It's just cute, something I wanted to do. I wanted to do a little flip out on the front. I didn't want to lose the print that I have here on the front, so I just printed another one of the page of the digitals and lined up the print just where it would you would still be able to see the print. Now there is a little tuck spot underneath there if you wanted to tuck something underneath there, but you just open it and you just flip it out. It's just something fun. Doesn't have a practical purpose at all unless you wanted to journal on the inside or, you know, tuck something in there you wanted to keep. And it just closes up like that. I just thought it was a cute idea. I wanted to add something neat to the front. This is actually, what the digital is covering is actually a piece of mail, which would be M for mail, that I just covered with the digitals and glued on there and added some pretty lace, some digitals from CraftyByToni. Most of the digital papers I've used in here have been CraftyByToni, with the exception of Idaizee, her bill heads that you can get out of her Kofi, and then boo-boo tape from Margaret's Sevenplaza's Kofi as well. So we'll get into the flip through here, and we'll go over to this side. This was the video that I did for the letter L. This was lace. As a reminder, this was a lace banner. There is a video on this if you wanted to see how I did that. And you take this tag out, and I just decorated this tag. This was a tag that came with Toni's kit. It was like a double tag that you folded up. I did leave up a little pocket here, but I didn't put anything in it, so that's open for anybody who, if someone else gets this folio, they'll have room to tuck something in there if they want to. And I did some stamping with CraftyByToni stamps. And this flips up, and there's a little pocket there. I'm trying to make sure I'm in frame, y'all. There's a little pocket there, has a large journaling card in it that I backed with some of my coffee dyed paper and some of Toni's washi tape that was in the digital. And then we have our little flip out here. We have a little pocket that has a tag in it. This was just one of the digitals that I put some lined paper, printed some lined paper on the back, and then just added some lace. Just kept that really simple. And then I just did a collage here on the front of this. This is a little Tim Holtz person. This was a Tim Holtz little ephemera piece. This tag here is from Sweet Pea Curiosities, actually, that I just added a little eyelet into. And this opens up, and we have a cute little collage over here, some of Toni's washi tape, and then this little, I think this little label here was from Sweet Pea Curiosities, boo-boo tape from Sevenplaza. And then we have our little pockets over here that has our little journaling cards just tucked in there, just some extra journaling place, or you can glue a picture on it if you want to. So we have two little journaling cards there. And then it opens up again. We have another little tuck spot. It has a large journaling card in it that I put some lined paper on the back. More of Toni's washi tape there. And then this was the envelope that we did, the envelope belly band that we did for the letter E. And this just opens up, and it's got a little piece of ephemera tucked in there. And then we have a large journaling card on the back of it. Has some lined paper printed on the back. This is some stamping that I did with Toni stamps, and you can get Toni stamps in her Etsy shop. I'll try to remember to link her Etsy shop in the description. And then this is a one of Idaizee's digitals, her bill heads digitals. So that just closes up like that. And then we come over to this side, and we have this side here was made out of another box, and we flip it open, and we got here in the middle, this was for the letter D. I did kind of like a take on a Dutch door. And then some lace here at the bottom. I fussy cut some of the roses, and then this was for D for die cut as well. And we have some journaling cards, or file folders, I guess you'd say. File folders tucked in there. I did a little bit of stamping on them with Toni stamps. Just a couple of little cute little file folders. And then we have a little card base that I tucked a large tag into with some journaling on the back, and one of Idaizee's digitals in the background of that, and we have some of Margaret's boo-boo tape. And this has a pocket back here and a pocket here, so this is a double pocket. I can get it tucked back in there. More of that boo-boo tape at the top. And this opens up, and it has more journaling space here on the back. And then we have, this was for H, for hidden. And we just open this up, and it has a big long piece of coffee dyed paper in there that you can use for journaling. And then that just closes up there and tucks back down. And then we have our envelope here. I didn't seal the envelope all together. I left it open where you could just tuck some ephemera or pictures in there. And then we have the accordion. The back of this envelope has an accordion holder in the back of it, and I have tucked a couple of large journaling cards in the back there. One has lined paper and one has just decorative paper on the back, and those just tuck right in the back there. And then we go over here to this side, and this is the box that I used. This was a box that had Easter candy in it, and I covered it with some of the digitals, and originally made these 3 large journaling cards to go in. These are the digitals from Idaizee, and they're just backed with some of Toni's decorative digitals on the back there. And then we have this little notebook here that I made. This was for the letter K, which was craft. And this was made out of a brown craft bag. We have a little pocket here with one of Idaizee's digitals and some ephemera tucked in the pocket. We have some notebook paper. And let's see. It has a little tuck spot there in the back if you want to tuck something in. And there is a video explaining how I did this. The original way I wanted to do it did not go well, but I think I rescued it well enough. If you wanted to go watch that video. And then we just have a large journaling card in the back. I did some stamping on here. I wanted something pretty to show through the window, so I have this rose here with some stamping, and then that just kind of tucks down in there, and you can see that through the window on the other side. And everything just tucks down in there neatly. And then it just folds up, and we have some lace there on the spine. Looks really cute. Oh, I didn't fold that up correctly. That folds up like that, then that. Okay. So as you can see, this is what it looks like from the side. We have our little tab sticking out on the side. You can see that front and back. So I think it turned out super cute. The 8.5 by 5.5 is the size of it, and it's about 2 3/4 or 1 3/4 inches wide. So if anybody's interested in this, this will be listed in my Etsy shop. If you want to go check that out. I'm going to continue on with ABC April as much as I can. Probably either be moving on to like some individual projects, or I may be jumping straight into a folio or a journal for the rest of the days. I'm not really sure yet. But I did want to post this flip through. I have started a playlist of all of my ABC April videos that I have done so far, if you want to go check that out. And I will catch y'all in the next video. If you wouldn't mind, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And come back and see me later. Bye, y'all.